I'm still not really okay with that whole fact that Crow is taken down by these, like, what are they called? The Aesops or whatever. I don't care. They look like a group of random fodder characters that are given just enough attention of character design that you don't expect them getting, completely trashed off by whatever villain shows up to defeat them. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. The only one that was like, doesn't seem likely that they would just completely take down Crow that easily. I mean, because Crow, so far in the series, Crow is kind of like in that upper big dog tier that is like, it'd be like a spot below Salem, kind of, near like where Cinder is and stuff. The idea of Crow getting taken down by that guy is still stupid. Either way. Anyway, so now they're arrested. They're taken with some dude who's just kind of like some angry protester who name drops a character group that's just Robin Hood and his merry men, but with a bunch of chicks. I don't care. It's a character set that we'll see probably next volume or near the end of this one. Not in any way like interesting to me. Not gonna lie, I'm sure some people do. I'm sure some people really like Robin Hood. I mean, the only thing out of that I can have hype is like, oh, cool, an archer. Other than that, I'm just like, I don't care about that. Especially like when we saw the rest of the episode, there was a lot more that I actually had interest in. Like, there we had Penny. I always delightful to see Penny. I really wish that we didn't waste time talking to all these the Aesop guys, whatever. It's like, okay, cool. You got furry dog boy, and you got a character who's supposed to be the hare, and some monk guy who's supposed to be the tortoise. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're doing. Just let me get more Penny. Ironwood, though, was a delight. I liked Ironwood. I like his understanding of the severity of the situation. I liked his honesty and his straightforwardness. He understands that where they are now, holding secrets about Salem will not accomplish anything. It's not going to do anything for anybody other than keep them in the dark, and it's not going to provide a use. Whereas here, he also told, like, he's like, oh yeah, I was very honest and upfront with everything. I don't want to hide anything from you guys either. Gave him back the relic. But then here's Ruby lying her ass off, just not telling the dude straight up. And it's funny because, like, I've been mentioning how the main cast has been seeming less and less like good guys. And I'm like, I don't mean like, oh, just good alignment. I mean, it's like generally good. They kind of seem jerks a lot of the time. And like, this is a good example. You have Ironwood and Atlas, who were kind of depicted as this mean, militaristic empire and like mindset, but here he is, he's being a nice guy. He's helping them. I mean, they got arrested just for like, honestly, I feel like it was a little bit plot devicey. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But they get arrested, brought to this guy, and he's really nice to them about it. He doesn't flip out. He doesn't try and scold anybody. He's understanding of why they stole that ship, and he's like, oh yeah, but you guys gotta understand how, a stolen ship, would look to us, and we didn't know who you were, kind of stuff. I did see, like, Winter mad that they were cuffed up at the soldier guys, and I'm just like, how would they know? They don't really care. They broke the law. They're just doing their job. Do you want them to give special privileges? I don't know. I mean, I guess Winter is known for being a bit of a bitch, but whatever. We got her countered over by Penny's delightfulness. And like I said, earlier in the episode, like, we got the whole Robin Hood but girl thing. I don't even remember what her name was, and the married huntresses or whatever. But at the end, we got Watts, and not only him, but we got Tyrian, which I am much more excited over. Tyrian is definitely one of my favorites in the series. I really like his design. I'm happy that he got this new metallic tail. I wish he wore like a trench coat or something to cover it so he's not walking around with a metallic tail off his back. I mean, you're drawing serious attention, I imagine. Anybody's just like, what? I mean, there's people in the streets usually with weapons from all these academies and huntresses, so he probably can get away with it. But I feel like anybody who would know who he is would be like, oh shit, that's a scorpion faunus. We should probably do something about it because I don't think that they're very common. I'm trying to remember if there's any other, like, insect, arachnid type faunus that we've seen. I think everything else we've seen, cats, dogs, lizards, rabbits, whatever. It doesn't look like insect, arachnid kind of style ones are really common. So I don't know. But as it were. We got a really nice, interesting setup for them. I liked the display of Watts' character, of what we got. It was funny because the first time that he walked out in the street, I was like, this guy just not look both ways. He's just not look both ways, walk right out in the street. But he does it on purpose. He just doesn't care, and he likes people to freak out when they don't, slam with their brakes to try and not hit him, to swerve and avoid him. One dude gets in a car crash, and he just seems all the amused. I'm curious to know what would happen if someone didn't slow down. I imagine he seems to be very powerful, so he's probably got gadgets in place, and he's also got an aura. And it wouldn't surprise me if he could just stop a car, just put a hand out, blam, stop it, or maybe like under his umbrella and make some like electrical field or something that repels it. Something to just show off his skill and capabilities instead of just him, oh, let me jump out of the way. Let me just be more cautious. No, I like that about him. I like that display. It was a really interesting little character trait to give him, because we haven't got a lot out of that whole crew. And it's weird because we're now at volume 7, and really we've had, out of that whole like core group, Hazel. We got a bit of Hazel, and we got his backstory a bit. We got, we obviously have Cinder, and here's Watts, who I think he's like kind of the lowest amount of character we've seen so far out of them. But Tyrian, we got a lot from Tyrian at the start of volume 4, and we have got like nothing since. And I've been brooding on that because, like I said, Tyrian is definitely my favorite out of that cast. He's probably my favorite antagonist at the moment, and I was very happy to see him here, because it's not just, oh yeah, look, he's in a scene. It's, oh no, he's back in a scene in where the main setting is right now. So he's going to get in a fight at some point. He's going to get in a battle. And I think one of the things that really annoyed me about the whole Aesop things, it's so, like, if they're able to take down Crow that easily, they're able to get the drop on Crow, then what is Tyrian and Watts going to really do? Because there's, 4 or 5 of those Aesop guys, and Crow and Tyrian seem to be about equal in, level. And is he supposed to fight 5 of these Aesop guys? Shouldn't they be able to get the drop on him pretty easily? I don't know. I don't expect it to be actually the case, and it's just somehow maybe Crow didn't notice. I 100% expect that in a straight fight against each other, Crow should and would, both in faith towards his character, but in consistency in the hopes of the writing of the series, he should be able to completely dominate any of those Aesop guys. He's definitely a big dog within the series, so I don't understand why they would be able to do that. I would rather it be overlooked as just kind of oh yeah, it happened so the plot could move along, rather than these guys are all above Crow. I think that'd be stupid, because then really what threat would Watts and Tyrian be? Well, maybe Watts, because he's a tech guy and they're in this highly advanced city, but what would Tyrian really value here? He would get taken down so quick and easy. But there's still some good stuff. Characters are getting upgrades to their weapons. Obviously Atlas is a very militaristic place, so they're all gonna get boosts. We know from the opening songs and stuff that whole display of scenes for this volume, that they're all gonna get little character design. I don't want to say upgrades unless there's a time skip, but just alterations. Some new set, unless there is some form of small time skip. But new weapons, which is going to be really cool. So they're all going to get a boost. I'm hoping that we end up getting I 100% expect all of the Aesop guys legitimately to get oh yeah, look how great they are, and then the main cast get all their new weapons and gear, and then they're able to run through them. And I just have this measuring stick feeling coming from them. It's hard to tell sometimes with characters, but when you get ones like that where they just get barely enough design to look beyond nameless background character filler that's just hey, look, I'm a civilian walking around in the streets. So I don't know. I'm expecting it to be like that, because really the only other option would just be to maybe bring back some Grimm, maybe bring some Deathstalkers or Nevermores and have the characters just run through them, because we know obviously back in volume 1, one of those is pretty much a boss, and they needed 4 people to take them down. It's oh wow, now with all these upgrades and skill and experience growth,
each of them could take one of these on by themselves. And it's like, okay, yeah, I can see that happening. And it just makes me think, like, after that, when, like, Coco was, like, gunning down Evermore's with her Gatling gun like nothing. Where is she? I was happy to see, just, like, right before I started recording this, there was, like, a little, Atlas, like, hey, join the military picture, going around on Twitter, and it looks like Flint and Neon. And it reminded me that it's been so long since I've seen Neon, and I really hope that her character comes back. Because out of all of these side characters, I would definitely put her as one of the top ones, just because she was a surprise in, like, the design that people probably were expecting from Atlas. She was a delightful character, very, very happy and fun. You know, she had a really nice theme song, and her design is designed off Neon Cat. I mean, you can get mad at the old meme from Neon Cat, but it was really fun, and I really liked that aspect about it. I was a big fan when the character, was revealed, and then people figured it out. It's like, oh shit, she's a rainbow cat. Oh no. But anyway, drop a comment below. Tell me what you thought about this chapter. I thought I'd be happier to see Winter, but I'm like, whatever. I don't care about Winter. We got Penny. Penny's eclipsing all, like, Winter and all these Aesop guys. I mean, the only, like, Ironwood is cool, but Tyrian and Penny, I mean, those are two of my top picks. So I don't think any of these random newbies are really gonna hold any water of my interest. I doubt they're really gonna be of any value. I mean, Penny already is like their ace, because I doubt any of those Aesop guys can really contend with Penny when even Volume 1 Penny was still really strong, like lasering down ships and stuff, and she only really lost to Pyrrha because Pyrrha's power straight countered hers. So, other than that, comment below, tell me what you thought about this episode, and tell me what you think is going to happen next. I want to see Tyrian go crazy. I just want to see more of his weird movement, his sick, like, claw guns. I'm sad the poor guy's got a fake tail, but, I mean, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters. I'm sure he'll be happier when he's got a little bit of revenge, maybe put some scars on some bodies. Mainly you, RWBY. Anyway, really appreciate a thumbs up the video, from the like button, the subscribe button, and check out my other videos. Around that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.